Hello everyone, listen, back in Benalmádena again today. I'm celebrating my birthday today, so I was looking for something quite different and tasty. I found a nice little place called Thai Kitchen, authentic food. So listen, I'm going to pop in here. It's quite a small restaurant. I'll show it to you now in a second. Actually, I'll turn the camera around in a second. Now, here we go. Ooh, turn. There we are, quite small. Right along the seafront here in Benalmádena, so I'm looking forward to the next step. Okay folks, this is the menu. Quite a selection of different things on it. Not too many to choose from, but a nice range of whatever. So looking at the starters here, in fairness, the waiter, the server here is from Sweden, and there's a big group in just ahead of me. So in fairness, he was said to me, listen, if you get your order in, we get you looked after first. So I asked him what would he recommend, because I'm not used to eating Thai food, so he recommended number 9, Pil Pil Galbas Thai, which is Pil Pil prawns Thai style. And the main course, yet again, I didn't want to be losing time, and the main course is where we are here. You've got the curries, down the line, to noodles. Okay, and we went down to stir fries. Yet again, I asked him what would he recommend, and he recommended stir fry with the beef. He asked me if I like beef, and I must say I love beef. So listen, let's watch this space. Back to you in a while. Trying to see inside of the restaurant, folks. That's a large group to get in ahead of me. That's my Swedish waiter there taking an order. So listen, I'll come back to you when we get the food out. Thank you. This is the place here. This is the place I'm going in. It's called Thai Kitchen. Nice small little restaurant, authentic food, so looking forward to seeing what's going to be served up to me at the moment. Folks, my starter has arrived. I thought you'd talk about being absolutely bubbling hot. Lovely little bread rolls to the side. So this is, I'm going to have to let this cool down for a little while. Don't want to take the mouth out myself, so listen, back in a while. Okay, listen, just finished my starter. I must say that bread roll that came out was freshly baked from the oven, crispy and absolutely gorgeous. Well, I've had that sort of starter in other establishments by the same name. God, there was some kick off it tonight. I don't know what was different about it towards what I'd be accustomed to, but it was absolutely sizzlingly beautiful. So listen, well done Thai Kitchen. Looking forward to the main course. Back to you in a while. Okay folks, the main course has arrived. Very well presented. I'm going to add a glass of red wine to this for a change, just to enhance the meal, and we'll come back to you in a few moments. Okay, listen folks, back after the main course is finished, or sort of finished. I must say, totally and utterly blown away with the starter. The main course, in fairness to it, and I'll reflect that within the marking, the main course was absolutely beautiful in taste. The two obvious things disappointed me. One was it didn't come out on a sizzling plate as the beef, and the plate it was served on was stone cold. So the meal itself was absolutely gorgeous. Started to get cold quite quick, and you felt under pressure to eat it, because I do like hot food. I don't like warm food. And I did say it to the waiter, in fairness, Per is his name, and he very much took it on board, and he said, listen, they will have a look at that. It was just disappointing. It was the only thing that let this meal down, this main course down, because in fairness the starter was absolutely fabulous. It just literally, flavours are gorgeous, just got cold way too quick. Okay folks, listen, the meal is complete. It's here. I just came out to a quieter part of the restaurant to do the marking. The waiter, Per is his name, lovely guy, Swedish guy, brought me out a complimentary limoncello, I think he called it. It sort of settles the stomach after a meal. So listen, the whole meal came in at €36.50. That included 2 glasses of wine, and listen, let's hit the score sheet on this one. Okay, so listen, the visual, I'm going to, oh my goodness, in relation to the starter, I would love to give it the highest score I've ever given a starter. Absolutely sizzlingly gorgeous. In fairness, the visual on the main course let it down, so I'm actually going to give it a 4. I'll explain why. I suppose when the starter looked so well, and absolutely probably the best Pil prawns I ever tasted, and in fairness, Per came back to me to see how my meal was, and the prawns were exceptionally large, and he said one of the things that this restaurant always does is ensure they take the vein out of the prawns, which very few restaurants do. And then there was a few added ingredients. I have to say, it was the best Pil prawns I've ever had. As I said, the bread was straight from the oven, freshly baked, So absolutely excellent. In relation to the main course, and I did say it to Pill, the waiter, thereafter, the taste of everything was absolutely fabulous, without question. But I was disappointed that it was served on a cold plate. I expected after the starter that it would probably come out on a sizzling plate that I could eat at my leisure. I'm not a slow eater, but I hate having to eat fast. I found myself having to eat fast because the meal was getting cold as I went through it. So obviously from the visual, I didn't finish what was on the plate, other than it had just got sort of literally cold. So the overall taste of everything was absolutely great. You know, the service, Pill, lovely Swedish guy, very attentive. Even though there was a big group ahead of me, he ensured that my order went through to the kitchen before the big order. Value for money. Listen, coming in at €36.50, you have to give it a 5. Can't knock it on that. Would I return? Yes, I would, but I'd be a little bit careful that I don't get stuff on a cold plate. So I will give it a 5. And like, in fairness, the 2 suggestions I made in relation to the main course, whether coming out on a sizzling dish and a hot plate, absolutely cost nothing, but it would have totally enhanced this meal. So I'm going to give it a total score of 24. Complimentary sort of shot at the end was nice, and yeah, listen, I have to say, really pleased with it, and it let itself down by very little, very easily rectified. So listen, until next we meet, bye bye. Okay folks, listen, I have just finished an amazing meal up in Thai Kitchen. I'm heading back to my apartment block, and I'm heading by the Indian restaurant I was recently in. Lovely manageress, Harry, and we spoke about tea. And I was saying one of the things that disappoints me about Spain is the tea and the butter. So in fairness to the butter, I found a supermarket that sells Kerrygold butter, and I dropped a £1/2 into my usual haunt, which is Halfpenny Bridge, and they serve me out Kerrygold butter with my breakfast every morning. And in fairness to Harry, and she said to me she loves tea, so I brought her a present of Barry's Tea, established in Ireland 1901, and I'm just going to pass it into her as I head home to the apartment. So listen, talk to you soon, bye.